Maryland, but also in Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh.
Liar. Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite song to play live off of Dirty Work so far?
I think I'd have to go with our song "Forget About It."
I like playing Guts. It's really nice, honestly, to play any of the songs from Dirty Work because we've been playing all the other songs for at least 2 years, some of them 5 or 6 years. It's nice to finally be able to
Play some new stuff.
Yeah.
What inspired your guys' band name?
It actually comes from a New Found Glory song. When we started the band in our freshman year, that was like one of the bands that we really looked up to at the time, and we were always going to see them and whatnot. And it's from this line in one of their songs.
Oh, hand over here.
Yeah.
What was your favorite song to play overall?
Of ours,
Weightless or Gilbert, I'd say.
probably Don't Stop Believing. No, yeah, I think probably Weightless. The ones, kind of anything that gets like the crowd going, or a band that really like works off of the crowd. So anything that gets people stoked, we're excited about.
What was one of you guys' biggest inspirations?
Musically?
Yeah.
I mean, before the band started, we were all kind of into, obviously, the music and whatnot. We all had really eclectic taste back then. That was like, I was really into range from things like Billy Joel, all the way to just terrible like ska bands, really thin,
Ask him.
skate punk
Why?
bands.
Because they could just be like, you're going to the show. Everyone's going to the show. Anybody could be going to the show.
But yeah, once the band started, then absolutely kind of came together with her.
And then we'll all sing please with you.
These
are like all the questions I already know.
The day that I realized I wanted to be in a band.
Was it a tape back then?
Look right too.
No, it was a VHS tape.
That's what I said, yeah.
VHS.
But yeah, once the band started, we covered tons of Blink-182, tons of Green Day, New Found Glory, and it kind of just expanded from there. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm not think that.
Get out!
You guys think you're gonna like be famous forever? Do you ever think about like the future, what you're gonna do?
No, we're gonna stop. I think 3 months from now.
Say what?
Good question.
Jack's like, what? No, wait, I wasn't informed. I got to know other skills.
Music industry is a very like volatile, fickle industry to exist in, and it's sort of one of those situations where you plan for the future, but you don't expect it. I guess. I think we'd like to do this for as long as we possibly can.
You guys are late. Please sit down.
Attention! Yeah, so it's one of those things, we're going to keep doing it for as long as we can, as long as people want to come out and see our shows.
It is very tough though because none of us went to college. Like you said, we got signed February of our senior year in high school, and since then we've been touring. So it's not as if while you're in the band you can simultaneously do college. I mean, I guess you could kind of, but the amount we're on the road.
Ryan tried that.
I did try, yeah. But so I mean,
Ryan did University of Phoenix online. He lasted about a week.
went out for a week.
We got expelled.
Alright, yeah.
What usually inspires you when it comes to like writing your music?
I think one of the big things is just is everyday life. I mean, that's really all our songs come from, direct experiences, whether it's mine or one of theirs. So I mean, a big part of the at least lyrical influence is just everyday life. And musically, it's kind of a conglomeration of all of our tastes in music and what we're listening to at the time, what we grew up listening to. It's all throughout the world. Yep.
If you could tour with any band, who would it be?
Right now, my answer, and I'm assuming Alice's answer, would be the Foo Fighters.
Good band.
Oh, yeah.
Never
My
gonna
time
happen.
is Little Wayne.
Yeah.
Out of all your albums, which ones do you guys feel like you relate to the most?
Do we relate to the most? I mean, I think, well, Alex is the lyric man here, but
It's kind of funny. It's one of those things where over time you kind of you grow with your songwriting. So whenever we put out something new, that always feels like my proudest moment kind of thing. So right now, my head's really in our new record, Dirty Work. But you also over time kind of get like a nostalgia factor for all your older stuff. So it's like I love listening every now and then to like our old EP and be like,
Lyrics
wow.
that say stay 17.
Yeah.
So every time you have a new kid, like that becomes your favorite kid. That's everything.
I think that's how it works.
Who's been your favorite band you've toured with?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, I was gonna say, we did tour with Fall Out Boy 2 springs ago.
2009?
Believers
That's
Never
where we
Die.
met.
Was that? Yeah, Believers Never Die.
Yeah,
Also,
Actually, we played Salt Lake.
The Saltaire.
Saltaire. Yep.
That was the best with Cobra. I feel like I know them. You don't know them.
That's awesome. Actually, last summer we did a bunch of European summer festivals with Blink-182, and that was a great come through for us. So that's awesome. Yeah.
So you guys are doing like 3 shows today, right? You're great.
3 appearances. We do this, and then we go to an in-store and do a signing, and then we play a show.
So, how do you like, you lots of store in choir, and I'm just wondering how you do this vocally, like all day, you know what I mean?
To be honest, it's one of those things that you kind of have to feel out and get used to. I used to lose my voice a lot. It's just kind of one of those things that over time you develop the muscle memory and the skill set, I guess, to know when you're overexerting yourself and kind of pull back, I guess. You know, one of the big things for me is sometimes, you know, I just have to not talk. And it sucks because it's like...
It's awesome.
I'll be... No. No, it's weird because like, it can make for really awkward situations. Like we'll be at a meet and greet or a signing and people are coming up, you know, wanting to talk to me and I'm just like...
I can't.
They all smile on their forehead and say, I'm not talking.
But, you know, you have to do what you gotta do, you know, to be able to perform every night.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place like that you toured? Like, where was your favorite place?
Yeah.
Besides Salt Lake, yeah.
We really, we've been fortunate enough that we've toured in 5 different continents as of right now, and I mean, it's really tough not to say, you know, Australia or Japan, we did a show in Jakarta, but as far as like the more common places we play, all like major cities, New York City, Los Angeles, and of course our hometown in Baltimore, really meant a lot for us, like as far as milestones in our career.
I'm gonna go with Japan.
Yeah, Japan is awesome.
I'm gonna go with Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah.
Jack?
What different hobbies do you guys have?
I enjoy long walks on the beach. Lighting.
This guy works out every day.
What's
Yeah. It's tough, I mean, I guess music.
Call of Duty.
yeah? Like, has what was the biggest?
Well, football season's about to start for all.
Sounds weird.
But we're on tour about
Largest
10 months out of the year.
You played too?
And you know, that kind of takes up most of the time. That does work out every day.
No, I'm not. I
We
already
all
asked
fill
for
our
it.
days with different things, but as far, you know, when we're home and there is time for anything like that, that's our vacation time. So we just kind of like lay back. I ride motorcycles.
I like to talk to pretty ladies.
Oh.
But yeah, whatever we can do, and then just relax.
I read the Twilight books over and over again. Yeah. We hate this right now is the worst part of my day because no, we've been really lucky. Like, you know, we've been touring since 2006 and been together since 2003, and it's just kind of worked. I mean, it's tough for a band, especially a band that tours as much as we do, to always get along. And of course, little petty arguments, but earlier in the way here, Alice and I were arguing about how to spell booth.
What happens when you don't have college?
I just kind of got silent. But no, yeah, we got lucky. You can't really survive in this industry if you hate each other or you don't get along. Yeah.
When you write your songs, you know how you basically focus, well, my question is, you focus more on the lyrics first and build your chord progressions around it, or is it the other?
It can go both ways. I mean, like, I tend to come up with a skeleton of a song, whether it's like a chorus lyrically or melody-wise or guitar riff. I'll kind of write around that. We'll build out from there. A lot of the time, though, we'll start with like a beat for a song or an idea or a concept lyrically. it's kind of a good way to like gauge how the music should sound for the tone of the song, I guess.
Yeah, it's very easy, once you get an idea of Alex's lyrics on, for my case, what the drums should sound like to fit the mood or the vibe that he's going for with the lyrics. So it always starts with, like you said, with little notes in his lyrics, which is what I thought. Lyric book sounds better. Do you have another one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What made you guys want to change record labels? Did like this new one offer you guys more and like?
Yeah,
Tons of money.
honestly, it's
Resources.
kind of like going to college. If you do want to, you have a certain direction when you go in your head, and if your high school education will only take you so far, you got to kind of man up and go to college. That's the way I've always described it. It just offers more resources, more people. They've been doing it for longer. Like that. It's the next logical step.
Yeah, we sort of felt like we hit a ceiling with our old label. On a worldwide sort of basis, there was only so much that they could do. They were an independent label, so they were like smaller staff, didn't have the global reach that Universal underscore does. So it was kind of the next step for us.
Was it like total like was it cool with
Make a
like
pyramid.
like you guys leaving them? Was it like an awkward type situation, or was it just like all right?
It was honestly, it was as amicable as it could have been. I mean, there were certain business points, money points between the two labels that kind of didn't work out perfectly. But
It sort of becomes like this triangle of making a deal. They have to come to an agreement. We have to come to an agreement with both other parties. So it takes time, but everybody kind of walks out of it happy.
And it just made sense. I mean, it's not like Hopeless, our other label, smaller label. They knew it was coming. It wasn't like we were like, hey, by the way, we're signing to this ministry. So it was a long process, but at the end of the day, everyone was happy.
It's time for one more question, and then we have to.
Oh, thanks, Lucy. Way to kill the buzz.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, seeing as you guys performed the
No
Salt
pressure,
Terrace.
last question.
That'll be
Seeing you
good.
guys performed the Salt Terrace in town, what's the craziest thing you found in the done?
That we can talk
Now we
about.
can talk about
Say it anyway. Say it anyway.
I remember one
Listen.
absolute girl, we were in Houston, Texas, and a girl drove under our tour bus and went to the back lounge of the bus. And
Oh my God.
She
Yeah.
confessed her love to Alex and started crying.
The worst part about the whole thing was that no one reacted properly. Like, you'd think if someone just lets themselves on your bus, someone would be like, hey, stop.
We're
They let
also
her,
like-
they let her come all the way to the back of the bus, pin me in the back lounge, shut the door, and
we're
cry to
talking-
her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She was gonna break my skin.
Yeah, we were all ready.
Oh my god.
I can't have you guys dead.
Oh gee.
This guy's about to be murdered.
All right, so everyone
That's why you
has.
don't go to Texas, by the way.
We are Taylorsville SPLs are on Facebook, and we're gonna take one group shot because they need to get ready for their concert, and then they have another venue to go to. So everyone stand up and.